Well, alrighty, I'm going to make a bird feeder today, and I'm just going to use some scrap plywood to make this bird feeder, and just some scrap stuff that I have laying around. Alrighty, I've cut me a piece of wood 7 inches by 10.5 inches, and now I'm going to turn it over and start adding edges for the bird feed to set in, like a little tray. Okay, I've added this piece here on here, and I just nailed it on with some finish nails, and you can use some glue if you want to make it extra strong. Exterior glue if you're going to use exterior glue, or if you're going to use glue. It's 1 1/4 by 3/4 piece of wood, and now I'm going to I'll have to measure and cut 2 pieces for the ends. I got the end pieces done, and they're the same. They're a little bit thicker, but it doesn't really matter. Just some scrap pieces I had laying around. I think they're actually 1 inch thick instead of 3/4. Yeah, that's like 3/4, and that's like 1 inch, which don't really matter. Just got to have something for the feed to set in. Alrighty, I cut a piece for the roof, and it's 4 1/4 wide by 12 inches long and 1/2 inch thick. I cut 2 of these, and then I cut 2 of these uprights, and they're the same stuff as this, pretty much, 1 1/4 by 1 inch thick. Well, the size of these here on the end, by 1 inch thick, and it's 10 3/4 inches long. You can make it longer or shorter, not too much shorter, because the bird's got to be able to get in. But you can make it taller if you want. Alrighty, now I'm going to attach these. I'm going to drill some holes through the center, and I'll put some glue on the bottom, and I'm going to attach them like that there to the base. And I'll probably put some brad nails in the side to hold it till the glue attaches to the side. Then I'll put the roof on, and basically I'll put the roof on to where it doesn't actually meet. You'll see. Okay, I forgot to nail these. I nailed it to the bottom, but I didn't nail it to the right here. So I'm going to take my brad nailer and put 2 nails in each corner in a minute. But I went on and cut a 1 inch piece of dowel rod. That's going to be my roof cap, and it'll sit on top. And I took my 2 roof pieces that I was telling you about, and that's how they fit together. What I did to hold them together until I put them on is I used just a scrap piece of the same stuff that I used for the sideboards here, right in the middle, so that I could nail each piece together so it's like together. So when I get these uprights on there, I'll be able to just sit on top and tack nail it on or glue it on, and then I can take the dowel rod, drill a hole through it, and then put a screw straight on down in there. The dowel rod will be what actually you hang the bird feeder with, by looping a rope around the end and looping a rope around the other end. You'll be able to hang it up, and you'll be able to take it down without having to unhook it or hook it. It'll just loop over the end. And see, while I was waiting, what I did was I figured out what the center was, and I marked around it so that I would know where to drill my hole through here, so that I could put my screw into the bottom. So I'm going to nail these together, screw this to the bottom, and then I'll put the roof on, and then I will put this dowel rod on top, and then that should be it, and I'll show you the finished product. Alrighty, there you have it. And it's your bird feeder right there. Let me get back a little bit. See, I put the screws in the bottom, and then you've got how it's put together there. These just sit on top, and then this dowel rod sits on top of that, which then you can loop your rope or wire or whatever you want around this end, rub it over the tree limb, and then attach it to that end to hold it up. And that's what it looks like. And you can make these taller so that the birds can get in easier. You can make this longer, but if you make this longer, you're going to make this taller in order for the bird to actually get it up under there. Of course, you know birds, they'll manage to get in there if they want to. But I made this where it just barely overhangs the feeder. And I didn't make it that deep because I didn't want a bunch of food being in there a long period of time. I wanted it to get empty so that I could put more in it. I don't want it to sit there and get nasty or rotty or whatever. And of course it's made out of wood, so you're going to have to paint it or stain it. So, but that'd be up to whoever and whatever you want to do with it. But I thought it was a easy project. I don't know what else I'm going to make next. I'm going to make something here in a minute. But that's all for now. Simple bird feeder.